Okay, let me paint you a picture. You're driving home at night. Red and blue lights are flashing behind you. Oh my God. Your heart drops. You're not drunk though. But suddenly you're being told to step out of the car, walk in a straight line, answer questions you didn't expect. Here's the scary part. Everything you do in the next 5 minutes can be used against you, even if you're completely sober. Tonight, I'm going to explain your rights during a DWI stop in Texas. And the one mistake I see people make that turns a simple traffic stop into a criminal case. My name is Ruben Restrepo. I'm a Texas DWI defense lawyer. I've helped hundreds of people fight DWI charges, protect their licenses, and avoid the ever changing consequences. All right. So, in the next 8 to 10 minutes, you're going to learn what the police can ask you to do, what they cannot force you to do, and how to protect yourself without being rude or making things worse. Stay with me until the end because the most important uh, thing that you need to know that can save your driver's license. That's what I'm going to tell you. All right. If this is the kind of real world Texas DWI information that helps you, I go live regularly. So you know exactly what you need to do before things spiral out of control. All right. Here's what most people don't realize. Police don't need proof that you're drunk in order to pull you over, right? A wide turn, touching the lane line, right? A broken tail light. That doesn't mean you're guilty, but it does mean the stop itself is legal. Now, the next part is where people get into trouble. You must give your name and identification. But when an officer asks, "Where are you from? Have you had anything to drink? How much have you had tonight?" These are investigative questions. You do not have to answer these questions. You can politely say something like, "I choose to remain silent and I would like to speak to an attorney or with my attorney," right? Most people think being honest will help. In DWI cases, mm-mm, it usually doesn't. This surprises almost everyone. In Texas, field sobriety tests are optional. The walk and turn, the one leg stand, the eye test, you can refuse all of them. Here's the truth. These tests are designed for failure. They say you can't fail them. Yet, you only need two things to mess it up, right? And guess what? Anything can mess it up. Nerves, uneven pavement. One time I seen somebody do it on the rumble strip, right? And then say it wasn't the rumble strip. Bad shoes, old injuries. That gets a lot of people, a lot of football players. I had a client completely sober with a past knee surgery. He supposedly failed the balance test. That failure, not alcohol, was used to justify his arrest. Refusing those tests would have changed everything. This part matters. There are two very different breath tests: the roadside breath test and the handheld device, right? This is optional, right? You can refuse to do the roadside handheld device breath test, right? Blow into this machine, and then it blows up in their hands because you've been drinking too much. Well, what if you weren't drinking? You just don't want to blow into it. Guess what? You don't have to do it, right? The station or blood test, that's different. Refusing that can trigger an automatic license suspension under Texas law. And this is where people fall into the license trap. So essentially, they're going to read you a document. And when they're reading you this document, they're going to start with, "You are under arrest. Do you want to do this test, breath or blood?" Now, when they read you the rest of the document, what are they going to say? They're going to say, either way, your license is going to be suspended, right? But one's longer, one's shorter, right? And this may be the important thing I say tonight. You have 15 days from the date of your arrest to request a hearing to fight your license suspension. Miss that deadline and your license it's gone. Even if your DWI case is later dismissed. This actually happens. Sometimes people come to me, I get the case dismissed within 30, 60 days. It doesn't always happen that way, but I've had it happen. But because they came to me so late, after 30 days, the license was already suspended. I've seen people lose jobs, parents unable to drive their kids to school, not because they were convicted, but because they didn't know this one simple rule, even though everything went away. So if you or someone you love is dealing with a DWI stop or arrest in Texas, don't guess your way through this, right? I'm going to put a link in the description and we can get a confidential consultation. One conversation can make the difference between protecting your record or living with the consequences. Okay, so let's see here. All right, so I want to see if there are any questions. Right, I only got one person watching. No comments. Okay, so hey, if you had any, if you have anything, I'm gonna leave this up there. Please leave a comment. Give me a question. I'm gonna try my best to answer it at any point in time. My name is Ruben Restrepo. I'm a Texas DWI lawyer. I got what you need in order to help you out. All right. Thank you.